McRae alongside Dangerfield as well. Saturday night football. Great to have you with us. Away we go. Big crowd at Marvel Stadium. Stanley in the ruck against English, who got the initial tap. Here is Kelly. Finds some space. Looks for an option out wide. Goes for a one-on-one. It was a beautiful kick.
Kick it around a little bit.
Right now it's Geelong's dominance on the inside that's just preventing the Dogs from getting the football. Kelly runs into trouble. Dogs will get a chance at half-back here. Great tackle from McLean.
But when the Dogs play
there, flying it around, Duray, he's got a good leg. We know that now. He gets it into a one-on-one. Dixie's going to get a free kick. He nailed an important one last week when they had to get it over in Adelaide. It's coming back, and it's hit the post. That's it, you see, isn't it? From what seemed a certain goal, McLean got it from Dunkley, over the top. McRae, how far can he run and carry? He's got to go now. He was almost run down by Buse. The handball hit the ground, but it's okay for Duray. Can Norton grab one here? Yes, he can. That is a spectacular effort against quality opposition.
She could have kicked the goal himself. But look at this contested mark. Colin Jasny, he couldn't do much more there, right there.
Well, no goals in the last couple of weeks and 4 in the last 6, but that's the perfect start for him. And the Dogs get something going.
Let's have another look at this contested mark. A little bit like Hawkins down the other end. He didn't quite get the same amount of release off his opponent there. That's why he had to take it out in front. Hawkins
smothered off his boot by Blitzarf. Bontempelli, Johannesson, 52 metres, pins the ears back, goes to the pocket. And Fogarty did well.
Close to even. Dogs winning the ball in the contest and sharing it around.
The tackle numbers are up as well. Lingy 11-6 in favour of the Dogs. Here's an opportunity. Lipinski flying shot. Just misses. Oh, that's a terrible kick in from Duncan. Opportunity here for the Dogs.
So McRae back to Richards. We know he can kick a goal. Misses. Yeah, he kicked 3 when they beat them here last year.
Coming out to meet it was Dunkley. Dangerfield just rips Bontempelli off the football.
He's allowed to put the hands in.
Right on 50. He's fading right. Off hands, throw in.
O'Connor, Stewart, good defensive kick. He gets it out of that sort of danger zone. That's a super mark. A long way from home. But, Norton just launched, didn't he?
Kicks off a step towards half forward. Awkward bouncing ball for Shaki. He's wrapped up by Clark. Had a bit of everything that first quarter, Bruce.
Yeah.
Stanley up over the top, won the tap, put his head down, beat Bontempelli to the football, tried to get it to Guthrie, taken by Blitzarves. He's tackled by Bontempelli. Goes quick and long. 2-on-2. Norton's marking's been exceptional as always. Didn't quite sit for Richards. And Selwood rushed it through.
I wouldn't think we'll see him again. That looked a real nasty one.
Bontempelli's hands were good. Now they're out. Smith, where does he go? He goes to the top of the goal square. Geelong getting back. So Suckley couldn't quite get that soccer goal that he wanted. And I think it's hit the post.
Fogarty under pressure. He's got Myers down the line. 52 metres will kick towards the top of the square. Dogs are all up. There were 3 up. Unfortunately, the spoil didn't work, and Trengove could mark it.
He's been good, Trengove.
He'll go shorter than that. Duray to the feet of Johannesson. Back to Duray. Needs to get rid of it quickly. They might make this work. Hunter inside 50. Norton in best position. Could have popped it to over the top. His initial thought, Richo, was no, I'm going to go back and take a shot. Then
it's amazing when you're in the middle of the ground. It just gives you so many more options.
Bit of pressure now on Aaron Norton to go back and kick this. He's kicked 19-17 for the season. 1 tonight. Make that 2.
The Irish in there. Look at that kick out to Clark. Probably doesn't have to break stride. Richards and Clark, a couple of good young players together. A terrific contest. That's it. Get far. Williams did well, and then English, well done. Hunter's hands good. Richards' hands good. Gets it back from Dunkley. Left foot, he got around. Clark gives it to another left footer in McRae. Terrible kick. Just the drop of the ball. You could see when he dropped the ball down. Work it to Selwood. He kicked himself, and then Dunkley got it back to McLean. McLean to Wood. One last throw at the dice before half-time. Long ball forward, Lloyd's at the back.
He's got it.
Fell into his arms. He just worked them beautifully, and after all of that, they're going to get a shot on goal. And that's not going to please the poker player.
He's got extra length on that kick. Sam Lloyd judged it well.
So he didn't get a goal last week. Only game he hasn't had a goal this year. He's been very, very good. He's normally an accurate kick, and he's got it. Well, that helps in a massive way. Suddenly the scoreboard looks a whole lot tighter. It's 4 goals to 3 at half-time. Stoppage, 30 metres out. Stanley in English. Stanley.
That's in his head now, I think, Marcus's goal kicking, because he's a beautiful kick around the ground.
Mid-teens range, where the Cats have been able to keep the Dogs at arm's length for much of the night. Dunkley runs Tui down.
Seeing Rowan coming. Rowan could come so quickly. Comes at Tringove again. English launched himself. Here's Bontempelli at his brilliant best. Caresses to full forward. Dixon at the back. Dixon kicks the goal.
Sure how Bontempelli got through there, and Blitzas, he doesn't normally do that. He normally at least gets that down to the front, but it gets out the back, and Dixon was all over it. So a quick answer for the Dogs.
Careful with the kick. Bontempelli, 5th touch, Lingy.
He's playing off Gary Ablett around the stoppages at the moment and spreading hard on him, doing the right thing. And another beautiful field kick, as you guys just said. Bontempelli's
got to go 55 on the fly, and in the context of the game, it would have just been the one, Richo, that got them within that one kick. Direct correlation, all 14 games. McRae from the boundary line to the top of the square. Umpire says a push against Aaron Norton. 2 moves. Harry Taylor will get the free kick. He chips it wide to a 2-on-1. Stewart stands underneath it. Williams did exceptionally well. Managed to get his hand on the foot, pushed off his kick. Duncan's handball, straight to Hunter. Chance for the Dogs, Lipinski. Richards on the burst, run down from behind. Mark O'Connor, superb goal-saving tackle.
Williams goes back. Bailey Smith goes to Hunter, who's a left footer. Dixon, we know he's a sharp shooter. He did the right thing. Lloyd couldn't quite. Lipinski couldn't quite.
Oh, they're pressing the Dogs.
They could barely get their hands on the football. They've been steadily working back into it since then.
Crozier again, hugging the line. And a terrific mark by Norton. He's been impressive tonight.
Exciting, isn't it? Just outside his range. So he takes the extra 5 metres. Pressure came from Buse. Was enough to force the kick wide. And that's a great mark up against the post from Ed Richards. Wants to give it off quickly. Lloyd to finish. And the Dogs get within that kick.
McRae blazed away there. He maybe had options a little bit closer, but he went long, and Ed Richards has taken a good mark, but that was the smart option. He knows that Lloyd's a pretty good finisher.
He almost looked away at just the wrong moment, didn't he, Richard?
Could someone take a mark? No, Bontempelli got fingers to it, so an opportunity or two wasted at that end of the ground.
Hi, catch on, Bulldogs.
So Dunk leads, the advantage given, and English strolls in towards goal and kicks a long ball that is just offline. That would have been a sensational football. And then Shackey to McRae to Dixon, who spreads it to Johannesson, who I thought might go bang, but he does go bang to the right man in Norton. Who's other end? Can Aaron nail this? No, not going to happen. And did it make it? Maybe half a chance, and he was in a tricky spot. McLean gets the turnover. What a big ball this is. Can Lloyd take it? He does. Now, how quickly can he go? That's a good kick. That is a great kick. And Norton, who disappointingly missed everything a moment ago, has a chance to get them within a kick.
McLean got the extra distance on the kick to Lloyd, and Lloyd had already looked inboard. He knew that Norton was out the fat side of the ground, but
he missed his last couple. He's kicked his first 2. That's better. That's better. He's kicked 3 tonight, and the Dogs within a kick.
yeah, he just a little bit closer on that one, and he didn't have to try and overkick it, and he timed that one beautifully.
Man down the line. Oh, that's a good mark over the back by Giray. So right now, the Dogs are as close as they've ever been all night, and you feel they're ready to take the lead almost. Norton's got his 5th mark inside, forward 50.
He's looming here. 50 for both teams all night. He's been the only one who's been able to attract the ball consistently. And look at that there. That's just poor coverage of Norton there. No body on him at all.
Can he kick a 4th goal and put them in front for the first time tonight? Is it coming back? It's not. So he's having so many opportunities.
2-on-2 contest. Atkins receives from Ablett. Runs to 60. Pokes towards the pocket. Easton Wood with the reach advantage over Dalhouse.
You can just see Tom Hawkins in the goal square there.
He's just at 10 right now. Litzarv stripped of it. Williams, in fact, it's McLean emerges from 50. Can attack Bontempelli in great position. Just had the back spot over Zach Tui. And now, finally, a chance for the Dogs to hit the front for the first time tonight.
Just got to choose the right options, don't you?
Been a grind, but the Dogs are in front.
Onto the footy, numbers at the ball, just continually pushing the ball forward, and then one gets out, and it was the perfect kick inside to Bontempelli to that back space, used his body well.
And wide. Ablett arrives, keeps it alive. Bontempelli floats a kick inside 50. Here's Norton again, goes to ground, first to recover. Norton, goal!
Gee, what a great long ball again by Bontempelli. I mean, he and Norton's contribution enormous, but as you said, Richard, he's now the match winner if they can go on with it. He's had a lot of shots at goal and he's kicked 4.
He's the only winner inside 50 for the night for either team.
Lipinski on the end of it. Can he get it to the back? Slipped there by Norton. Ball comes to Smith. Gets it to the other Smith. To Lloyd. To Hunter. He's a left footer. He should go. And he doesn't. He had a big chance. Almost ice.
What an unsung hero he is. So underrated. So consistent. 55 out. Attacks the top of the square. Massive players. Spills to Bailey Smith, who snaps and goes!
It's been impressive, Richard.
Oh, really impressive last quarter.
And again, we see a match like last night open up in the last term. Scoring so good. What it was 4 goals in the first 3 for Hawthorn last night, 5 in the last quarter. And that was outstanding. Richards' kick to Lipinski, too tall for Dixon. McLean in a good spot. And they just missing.
Shimmies the hips, gets it to Selwood. Selwood delivers to Rowan. He's got Hawkins at the top of the square, one-on-one with Trent Gove, rather. Heads in that direction. Hawkins plants his feet. Great third man uncover defence from the Dogs and Easton Wood.
That's what he does so
That's
well.
the Cats.
It's a gutsy player, Trent Gove. Got him.
That wasn't great.
No.
And Hawkins finishes with a goal.
That's his weakness, of course. Oh, boy. This is what he just can't do. Just can't do it.
Just a big mistake. Just needed to get that 50 metres towards the boundary
Good
line.
spot for the Dogs. Norton. Huge ball. Gets it to Crozier. Cats need 2 in a minute. Big ball here to 2-on-1. Buse and McLean. McLean does enough. That is enough. That was as good as a win in the contest.
That was huge. Geelong had numbers.
Too far for Atkins. Crozier and his milestone. Attack to Dudley's hands were beautiful. And the Norm Smith medalist goes on a charging run and kicks it to the advantage of Lloyd. And they are going to win. They're going to knock off the top team in the comp. The Dogs, they've owned them basically, but not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, that's sweet. 3, that's his favourite number. He's done it a dozen times, I reckon. That's his favourite number. And this is big. It really is. You just feel like we've got another team in town. After 5 in the first 3. Impressive.
We started out the night suggesting that should the Dogs bring their best, they could trouble or beat anyone, and tonight They took a while to get going. That is the final confirmation. What a win for the Dogs. They keep their season alive with a gutsy 16-point win.